right, we are here for our very first ever Coach's Corner, and we have a special guest, Dusty Schaefer. You may know him as the head man here at CrossFit 330. And we want to talk to you a little bit about wellness as a whole and some things that you can do to increase your wellness. So I want to bring Dustin in because in your former life you worked in some rehab and in a chiropractic office, right?
That's correct, Michelle.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your experience there.
It was cool.
He's a man of few words. All right, so if we're talking about chiropractic care, we have a lot of people that come in and they break their bodies down all the time. In your blog post, you alluded to the fact that there are some other things that we should be doing, such as massage, cupping, chiropractic care, and some rehab things to help us build our body back up after we break it down. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. It's, along with getting proper nutrition, which is very important, and rest, chiropractic care can be very beneficial. When you exercise, not only when you exercise, but when you do lots of things in life, you're going to have subluxations in your spine. You're going to get those misalignments and stuff. If that happens, that's going to mess up your nervous system and just the way the pathways can go, and it can affect other systems in the body. So especially if you're doing back squats, deadlifts and stuff like that, you might get stuff out of place. So you want to make sure that seeing a chiropractor can really help get those things back in line. And it's not just going to make you feel better, but it's going to just make your body function better, getting that stuff all straightened out.
So when you talk about chiropractic care, I know that there's a lot of schools of thought out there, but do you kind of subscribe to you get adjusted and then you need also some therapies and rehab things to strengthen and keep the muscles and the different joints where you put them, or is it just good enough to get cracked and go, or does it depend on the person?
Depends on the person, absolutely. Some people are going to be a little bit weaker in those. We just fell on the stairs.
Elephants.
Some people are going to be stronger, have stronger muscles, and won't need as much of that other treatment to keep their stuff in line longer. Whereas some other people they would very much benefit from having the stim or doing extra strengthening exercises for their core to help keep that stuff in line better, longer periods of time. Yes. But yes, stim, not just for back, but just muscle stimulation in general for sore parts of the body can be very beneficial. I used to be, when I was on the track team in Akron, almost every day before practice, I was in the training room getting stim in my knees, and after practice every day getting stim in my knees to help with that pain and the 6 days a week of training, and it really does help.
Absolutely. So I get a lot of manual therapy, cupping, and things like that. Can you tell everybody a little bit more about cupping? There's been a lot of talk of it.
I am not highly familiar with the science behind cupping. As far as I know, it's mostly about blood circulation. You're cupping that and vacuuming that area of the skin, which is going to bring blood up to that area. So if you have a certain area that is a problem area, you're sore, or something wrong there, you're cupping that area and sucking blood into it, and that's going to help with the recovery, because it is all about the blood. That's why I say, if you sprain your ankle, you don't want to be icing it and immobilizing it because you're going to stop the blood flow. It's going to take a lot longer to heal. Well, one of the things I did when I was in the chiropractic office was work with ankle sprains a lot. And we used to have athletes, college athletes from Kent, who would tell their trainers that they were icing because their trainers made them ice it, and they would fake ice it and then come to us, and they would get back on the field so much quicker. And we used to have people drive an hour and a half just so that I could work on their ankle because keeping it moving and keeping that blood flowing through it is going to heal it a lot better than immobilizing it and stopping the blood flow. And that goes pretty much any injury or just soreness in general is blood flow, blood flow, blood flow, and that's blood flow, blood flow, blood flow.
Right, say it 3 times fast.
That's why, when I say when you're sore, you don't just want to not come into the gym and lay around, because it's going to make it worse, because you're not getting any blood flow. It's not going to help recover. You want to come in, at least just move around and get the blood flowing, warm up and stretch, and it's going to help.
Absolutely. And so I am pretty familiar with cupping, and so there's a couple of different ways and styles out there. But I started using Medi-cupping, which when my therapist cups, then there's also a vacuum attached to it, and it helps to break up scar tissue as well. So like if you know me, I've had a gazillion surgeries. I have tons of scar tissue. So that really helps me with soreness, chronic pain, and those types of things. So all good information. I like it. I like hearing about it. And we actually, we want to work here at CrossFit 330 on your wellness as a whole. And so we are actually going to be introducing a chiropractor into the gym, Dr. Derek Stanfield. He's a former athlete. He was a baseball player at Akron U the same time you were there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you guys should know each other, but you don't. And he has practiced, I think since like off and on since 2009. Don't quote me on it. I'd have to pull out his resume. But he's really interested in helping you guys get going. He actually, his main job right now is working in surgeries. He has some really awesome things he's working on. You should ask him about it. It's really cool. But he'll be here Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings starting at the end of the month. And you can meet with him. I would say at least introduce yourself, talk to him, maybe get his feelings on things. He'll be having a blog post up here pretty soon for you guys to be able to just get to know him a little bit. And best of all, after treatment, he's going to give you a nice receipt that you can turn into your insurance company. And if your insurance company covers it, then you'll get reimbursed for your chiropractic care here. So really excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. I want to get you guys doing some rehab. Dr. Stanfield thinks about it the same way that we do. When you're injured, yeah, you might need to kind of rest that movement a little bit, but you still need to keep moving in order to heal and to recover. And so we're glad to have someone else on the team that kind of believes in that whole wellness continuum with us. So really looking forward to that. If you have questions, let us know. And this is our first Coach's Corner.
All right.
Nice
good.
job.
Yeah.
I like it.
Excellent.
All right, we're out.